Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about twins. So we all know that the twins, it means there are two babies in one uterus. But before that, what the type of the twin will depend upon what. So there are many types. It can be a dichorionic, diamniotic, monochorionic, diamniotic, monochorionic, monoamniotic. I will explain in detail and all that. So what does it depends upon? It mainly depends upon the time at which the splitting of the zygote has formed. See, here we have the zygote. So if the zygote has split immediately into two and it forms two babies, then it forms twins. But if it takes time such that the chorion is developed and after that the amnion and everything is supposed to develop, after that when it splits, then there will be two chorion, there will be one chorion, but there will be two amnions. So because the chorion is already formed. So the type of the twin will depend upon the time at which the zygote undergoes splitting. What do you understand by dichorionic, diamniotic twins? So this is quite as the name says. So we have a twin, but it has two chorion and it has two amnion. So this is a dichorionic, diamniotic twin. So inside the uterus. So how is it formed? This can be formed in two ways. Once the normal zygote, that is a sperm, which is and an egg. The sperm and the egg has fused together and it has formed a zygote. So this zygote, when it splits in the first 1 to 3 days, so 0 to 3 days post fertilization, when the zygote has split into two, then it can form two chorions and two amnions. Otherwise, there is also another possibility for the dichorionic, diamniotic twin. If there is two eggs and we have two sperms, that is known as the fraternal twins. In that case also we can have, so this will form one chorion and one amnion, and this zygote will form one chorion and one amnion. So this can also result in a dichorionic, diamniotic twin. That is known as the fraternal twins. So in dichorionic, diamniotic twin, you can see that there is a membrane in between, if you see. So to diagnose dichorionic, diamniotic, there in ultrasound there will be a thick dividing membrane. Okay. Now let's see about how many number of placenta will be present in all these type of twins. How do we remember it? So for this we need to know what forms the placenta. The chorion forms the placenta. The chorion will give rise to, it will form a syncytial trophoblast as well as the cytotrophoblast. The syncytial trophoblast, they will be forming the placenta. So the number of placenta will be equal to number of chorion. Simple, as simple as that. What do you know about monochorionic, diamniotic twin? So in that case, we have one single chorion, but there is two amnion within it, and we have the twins. So this is monochorionic, diamniotic. So for this to happen, a zygote, a fully formed zygote, when it fuses at 4 to 8 days, when it splits at 4 to 8 days, after post fertilization, that is at that zygote, when it splits into two at about 4 to 8 days, then it forms the monochorionic, diamniotic twin. So will there be this thick dividing membrane? This thick dividing membrane is not there because there is only amnion which is present there. No, there is no thick dividing membrane when we see monochorionic, diamniotic twin. What do you understand by monochorionic, monoamniotic twin? This is nothing but there will be a single chorion and there will be a single amnion and there will be two fetus inside. This is monochorionic, monoamniotic. If you see, there is one amnion and there is one chorion. So this is monochorionic, monoamniotic twin. Here, how is it formed? It is forming much later, like 8 to 13 days. 8 to 13 days post fertilization, when the splitting of the zygote happens, then it results in monochorionic, monoamniotic twin. What is the risk factor? In this twin, there is chances, in this case, there is chances that the fetal vessels can be mixed, can be undergoing. So, twin to twin transfusion can happen. So, all those issues can happen over here. Can happen in monochorionic, monoamniotic twin. So, finally, we have a conjoined twin. Conjoined twin is where there will be two twins, but they will be attached with each other with their body parts example. So, how is it? When the splitting of the zygote occurs much later, that is when it happens more than 13 days, then it will result in conjoined twins. So, this is in short about twins, and this is in much in brief about what they might ask you, test you in MLA exams. Thank you.